Trapped in a Canyon, 127 Hours Picture Parody. Welcome to Picture Parody, where we give you the brutally honest truth about your favorite survival movies. Today, we're taking a closer look at the harrowing tale of Aron Ralston in 127 Hours. Now we know what you're thinking. Oh great, another movie about a dude getting stuck somewhere and having to cut off his own limb to survive. But trust us, this one's a doozy. So we open on Aron, your typical outdoorsy type, heading out to the canyons of Utah for a weekend of hiking and self-discovery. And by self-discovery, we mean posting selfies on Instagram with captions like "just me and my thoughts HAS solitude." Anyway, Aron's out there doing his thing when suddenly he slips and falls into a crevice, trapping his arm between a boulder and the canyon wall. And that's where things start to go downhill, quite literally. Aron found himself trapped in a canyon after a fall, with his arm pinned between a boulder and the canyon wall. And while most of us would freak out in that situation, Aron remained surprisingly calm. We're talking Bear Grylls level calm. But as the days went on, things got a little weird. He spends the first day trying to move the boulder, but it's no use. So he decides to ration his food and water and wait for rescue. Except, nobody comes. And as the days drag on, Aron starts to realize that he might not make it out alive. So he starts doing some pretty wild stuff to stay alive. We're talking drinking his own pee, talking to himself, and even carving his name and date of birth into the canyon wall, like some kind of twisted yearbook message. Finally, after 5 days of being trapped, Aron makes the difficult decision to amputate his own arm in order to escape. And let us tell you, this scene is not for the faint of heart. We're talking about blood, guts, and one seriously intense soundtrack. We're not saying it wasn't a brave move. It definitely was. But did he really have to show us every step of the process? We don't need to see every cut and slice in graphic detail. But enough about the gross stuff. Let's talk about some of the more questionable choices Aron made during his time in the canyon. Like, for example, carving his name and date of birth into the canyon wall. We get it, dude, you're trying to leave a legacy or whatever. But did you really have to deface a natural wonder to do it? And then there's the whole talking to himself thing. We get that it's important to stay sane when you're trapped alone for days on end, but maybe try talking to an imaginary friend or something instead of the canyon wall. Just a thought. But despite all the graphic imagery, the real horror of this story is the fact that it actually happened. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Aron Ralston is a real person who really cut off his own arm to survive. And if that doesn't make you want to stay inside and never go hiking again, we don't know what will. While we can all appreciate Aron's determination and survival skills, let's be real. The man could have avoided this whole ordeal if he had just told someone where he was going. Seriously, people, let's learn from his mistake and always let someone know our plans when heading out into the wilderness. We don't want to completely rag on Aron. He did survive after all. But we do want to take a minute to stress the importance of being prepared when heading out into the wilderness. Don't be like Aron and go hiking alone without telling anyone where you're going. And if you do find yourself in a survival situation, remember that drinking your own pee and cutting off your own arm should always be a last resort. 127 Hours may be a great survival movie, but it's also a cautionary tale about the dangers of underestimating nature and overestimating your own abilities. So before you head out on your next wilderness adventure, remember to plan ahead, bring a buddy, and maybe leave the pee drinking for the bears. That's all for today's picture parody. Thanks for watching and surviving these harrowing tales with us. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more picture parody on your favorite survival movies. Do comment next movie you wanted us to review, and we will make video from the top commented name. Until next time, stay safe out there.